everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new video and welcome to my July TBR. So if you don't know, the whole month of July, I am going to be co-hosting and participating in Quest-a-thon, which is a month-long readathon that was created by my good friend Sahar over at Basically Bookish Reads. She put so much work into creating this readathon and it is going to be so much fun. It's going to be amazing. There is a bunch of prompts. There's a ton of stuff that goes into it. So I will leave her channel link down below as well as the announcement video for Quest-a-thon where she goes over all of the information, all of the everything that you would need to know in order to participate. But like I said, I am a co-host and I will be co-hosting for Team Mortals. So I'm going to be a mortal. So if you do decide to join, I hope you join my team. There's going to be a Discord and we're going to do reading sprints all the time. It's going to be just a really fun time. I have my reading journal here that I created for it. So there's a bunch of graphics and stuff that you can print. Like this is the logo for Quest-a-thon. And then this is my envelope that I have all of the, they're like Instagram. It's almost like a bingo board, but you only need to choose 2 of the prompts to complete the challenges. So those go into that little... Those go into that little envelope, and then you can create, choose your character, and then there's a thing where you can create your own character, and then of course there's this amazing map. So basically it is a readathon where there's 2 parts to it. You're going to choose your character and choose your weapon or weapons that you want to use on your journey, and the second part is the journey. So there's a couple things that happen during the journey that you need to read prompts for, and I have a huge stack of books here that I am going to try to fulfill all of these prompts so that I can complete this journey. All right, so I do have some priority books, books that I will for sure be getting to, but I will work them into the readathon prompts. I'm hoping that I can read for all of the prompts and read all of these books on my TBR, but I will let you know when I get to them which books I will for sure be getting to, if it is the last thing I do. So the first part of the journey of Quest-a-thon is to choose your weapon. So I am going to actually try to go for 3 weapons. I really want to get the dagger, the axe, and the sword because they give you special abilities that you can use during the journey part of it, and I want them. So you have this little board here of 12 different prompts, and then you need to complete 2 of them in order to gain a weapon. So I have selected 3 books here because you can double up on prompts, and I have selected these 3 books because they fit for multiple prompts. So the first book and my #1 priority for July is Song of the Marked, or The Song of the Marked by S.M. Gaither. I don't actually know. I'll pop up the picture over here, but this one has been really hyped to me from Rachel from Raven-Haired Reader. She recently read it and she gave it 5 stars and she was blown away by it. She said there's a lot of similarities to this one and A Throne of Glass, and she said it's amazing. So I am so excited to pick this one up. It is the first book that I will be picking up in July. I'm picking it up right away, July 1st. But this one ticks off 4 of the prompts, so I'm not going to use all 4 obviously, but I can, mix and match them around so that I can get all of the weapons that I want. But yeah, this one fits a lot of the prompts, so I will definitely be reading that one. The next book that I plan on picking up in July it's actually Glow. I have Gleam here. Glow hasn't released yet at the time that I'm filming this. Actually, today is the release day of the time that I'm filming this, but I also still haven't read Gleam yet. I'm hoping that I can still squeeze this in before June ends. I am going to London, so I'm not going to be reading a lot while I'm there, but I have a lot of time in airports and on planes. So I think that I'll be able to finish this, especially on my journey home. I have a 9-hour flight back and nothing to do. So I will likely be picking up Gleam then so that I am ready for Glow in July, which I am buddy reading with Rachel from Raven-Haired Reader. I am so excited for this one. I heard Rachel said that she heard somebody read Glow and it bumped House of Sky and Breath to be the top, their favorite book of the year. So I am really excited to get to that one. I am also really excited to get to Gleam, but yeah, I am just really enjoying where the story is going, and I really love the main character of that book. If you didn't know, this is the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy, and I read, what's the second book called? Glint. I read that book earlier in June, and then I read Guild in May. So we're on to Gleam for July, I believe, but I'm gonna read it early because I just can't stop because I really love it. And then the next book that I'm going to read to hopefully fulfill some of these weapons prompts is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. My mom very kindly gifted me this book, and I am very much in a fantasy romance mood, but I have been wanting to pick this up since it was released. I really love Emily Henry's writing. I loved People We Meet on Vacation. I loved Beach Read. So I have a feeling that I'm going to love this one. I have heard some mixed things about it, but I just have a really strong feeling that I am going to like this one. It's just like a bookish romance book. I think it's supposed to be like the two people are, it's like a grumpy romance, I think, or like they're both workaholics or something like that. I don't know, but I do think that this will be a fairly quick read. It is quite a long book actually for a romance. It's like 370 pages, but I just feel like I'm gonna fly through this. I do have the audiobook, which I got from Libro FM through their ALC program, so I am really excited to get to this one, and it does tick off a few prompts for the weapons board. So now I'm not going to go through and say like what books I'm going to use for certain prompts of the readathon, because I'll let you all know that while I'm vlogging, because I will definitely be vlogging for Quest-a-thon. But these ones are ones that fit multiple prompts or that fit certain prompts that I want to get. And this is basically my whole physical TBR that I'm putting on this TBR, because I really want to get to these. So first up here, we have the Four Horsemen series. I am going to try to read War before the end of June. I'm going to try. If I don't get to it, then I'll try to read it in July. And then I really want to try to get through the rest of the series, because I have them all. I really liked the first book, and I just feel like this I'm going to love. Like, just from this cover, come on now. But yeah, I do really want to get to these. Several of these fit certain prompts that I want to get for Quest-a-thon. So I don't know when I'll be picking them up based on when the readathon is, like where in the readathon I am. But I do want to try to get to these. And like I said, I'm going to try to get to War before June ends. We'll see. If not, I'll pick it up in July. The next book on my TBR, or that I'm going to try to get to in July, is The War of Two Queens by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is kind of like my lowest priority out of all of these because I just keep putting this off. I am very nervous to pick this one up. I love this series, but I have just heard such conflicting things about this book, so I'm nervous to pick it up. And it is, I mean, it's really long. It's how many? It's over 600 pages. But I do really want to read this one, so I'm going to add it to the list, and hopefully I'll get to it, because like I'm hoping that I can just plow through my whole physical TBR. But yeah, this is book 4 in the Blood and Ash series. I really loved the first 2 books, liked the third book, and now I am just nervous to pick this one up. I also read the prequel novel, so I'm like ready to go. Nothing's holding me back. I'm just like, I keep pushing it off. So I'm adding it to the list. Hopefully I will get to this in July. The next book we have here is Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I really want to get to this one. It's a Hades and Persephone retelling, and I love Hades and Persephone retellings, and I just feel like this would be one that I could fly through. I might pick this up whenever I do like a 24-hour readathon. I plan to do at least 2 of those in July, but I'll have a lot more time in July to read, so I'm hoping that this will just be like a really fun, quick one. And again, it does fulfill several of the prompts, so I'll pick it up sometime during the readathon that this can complete some of those challenges. But yeah, I think this is my first like full-length novel from Katie Robert. I've read a couple of their like novellas, so I'm very interested to see how I will feel about the full-length novel, especially because it's Hades and Persephone, and I just really love that. I also would really like to get to Seasonal Fears by Shauna McGuire. The thing with this is I want to reread Middle Game first. That is the first book, and it's been a while since I've read it. I still remember a lot of what happened in that one, but I want to reread it so it's all fresh, because there was a ton going on in that book. And yeah, I think that I will be able to pick this up in the next month or 2. Hopefully I can pick it up in July, but I still need to reread Middle Game in order to pick this one up. So this is also probably a little bit lower on my priority list because I need to do a reread before I can get to this one, but I am still super hyped for this one. This is an arc that I won in a Goodreads giveaway, so it is possible to win those. So always enter into them because why not? But yeah, I won this in that giveaway and I'm really happy about that. But I do really want to get to this one, and again, it fits some of the prompts, so if I can fit this in, I might have to replace it with a different book because I'd have to reread Middle Game first, but I do want to get to this one soon. Next book I'm adding to the list is Falls Boys by Penelope Douglas. This is one of the only Penelope Douglas books that I have not read yet. I haven't read this one and Misconduct. Those are the only two. Everything else I've read from her backlist, but this one is so intriguing. It's a bad girl, good boy trope, and I feel like I haven't read a ton of that, and that sounds amazing. And I just tend to really like get attached to the characters that Penelope Douglas writes, and I find them very easy to fly through. So I would really like to try to get to this one in July if I have the time, but again, it's not like at the top of my priority list, but I really do want to try to get to this one. Next up, we have Twin Crowns by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Weber. This is a YA fantasy. I don't know that there's romance in it. I think it's about sisters. I honestly don't really know. I just saw that Georgia from Peachy Queen Cosplay really loved this book, so I'm definitely intrigued. It also has a blurb from Sarah J. Maas, but I've been burned on her blurbs before, so I don't know. We'll see. I am not really feeling like YA a lot lately, but this one just intrigued me enough that I wanted to get it, so we'll give it a shot. Then we have Dark Fae by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. These are the same authors as the Zodiac Academy. I bought this while I was still reading the Zodiac Academy series. This is like set in the same world, but 5 years before the first book in the Zodiac Academy series. So I do want to read this, but it is a reverse harem, which I have never read before, and I'm not sure if I'll like it. So I'm going to give it a try because I do know that I like this world and I really like these authors. Like, I like this author duo. Plus the chapter headers are just gorgeous. But yeah, I do want to give this a shot, and I'm hoping that I can pick it up sometime in July. And then the very last book on this list is last but not least, because this is again one of my top priorities in July. I will be reading this for sure, no questions asked, and that is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. This is the final book in the Throne of Glass series. This is quite the chunker, but I will definitely be reading this in July because of our read-along and because we'll have the live show for it and because I love this book and I cannot wait to get to it. I just love this series so much. So yes, I will definitely be getting to this one in July. And surprisingly enough, maybe not surprising, but this fulfills a lot of the prompts for this readathon. So I'm really excited about that because I was going to have to read this anyways, but now like it fulfills some of the prompts, so it makes it even better. So yes, I know that is a lot of books, but honestly, because I'm gonna have so much more free time in July, I feel like I'll be able to, you know, get to a good fair few of these. I mean, I don't know that I'll get to all of them, but definitely over half of those. But I definitely think Quest-a-thon is going to motivate me to pick some of these up because they fulfill certain prompts. So I'm really excited to read all of these. I'm really excited for Quest-a-thon. Please join us and check it out and join Team Mortals with me and Meredith. It's just going to be such a fun time. So go check out Sahar's channel, check out her announcement video so you know all the information about it. And if you made it to the end of this video, let's leave the mountain emoji for Quest-a-thon since it's part of the like logo. Let's leave the mountain emoji down below to let me know that you made it to the end of this video. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can let me know by liking and subscribing down below. It really helps support my channel, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.